And yet the Bible says, all of you know, Proverbs 13:22 says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. That tells you a bad man what he does. And continues to say, but the wealth of sinners is stored for the righteous. Right? So we were not in good space in terms of building our savings. In fact, they told me, which is true, our savings as a percentage of GDP is below 10%. Savings in other jurisdictions is 25, 30, 40. In fact, in China, it is 55% of GDP. So they told me we have to change this because part of the challenge we have of borrowing is because we do not have savings. Therefore, we go to borrow from others who have saved. And I promised them that I was going to do something because it is something I believed in. I'm happy that today we've changed the metrics and we are now doing what we should have done 15 years ago in the space of savings. And I'm very proud that I can now tell you that the money we saved in NSSF, and Raymond would know, is about 350 billion shillings in the last 60 years. But because of the new formula that we have agreed and we have begun implementing the last 4 months, we are going to double that money, the 350 billion. We are going to double that money in 4 short years. And in a very short while, maybe 10, 15 years, we would not need to borrow from elsewhere. We can borrow our own money as Kenyans. I said that was significant because of where Raymond works. And he's speaking here today is very instructive for me, that a man from Samara, the people who persuaded me that this is where we should go, I want to tell you, Raymond, that I have done what you guys wanted me to do. Please, you can go and file the report in your... And finally, I have, Mom has said 2 things about the children from Kikambala. And thank you, church, and many people who step in spaces where government would actually be expected to step in. But you have stepped in to feed our children, to give them hope, to give them a future. I also want to tell you, Mom, what you are doing, the children you're supporting, and many of you are seated here, you may not necessarily have contributed to what Mom is doing in Kikambala. But the good news is that the government of Kenya has given you an opportunity to do it. This year, we are going to use our taxes to make sure that 4 million children go to school and have a meal. 4 million children who otherwise would not go to school, who otherwise would not attend class because they do not have something to eat. So, and in this city of Nairobi, we've agreed with the governor we're going to feed 250,000 kids in the city of Nairobi, especially from the informal settlements when they go to school. We've started that program already. And so, to give hope to many other children out there, and to tell you as people who pay tax